glowing.
He is.
Really great smile. Look at that winning smile.
Not only is that the green committee, it's the complimentary force. All right, ready? You good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. How many times have you played back that ball that was in your hands? Maybe you think
Too many times.
It looked like there was some daylight in front of you.
It definitely was. Yeah, they were on me in the meeting room.
What did they say?
They were just like, we gotta have those. That's a 6.
There were a lot of opportunities for you guys to have balls the other day. What was that? What was working for you that just they never got any kind of a rhythm at all, and you guys were very disruptive in the secondary?
I feel like they got the calls in fast. We were able to line up and just play our game. We got, I think in the spring, we got our hands on a lot of balls like we did this past game. We just got to capitalize in the end.
Do you think that maybe a wave is coming, that you guys are getting close? And certainly more so than before. It seems like you guys are around the ball more in the secondary than last year. Do you think there's a wave coming when you might be able to have a game when you grab a field?
Yeah, for sure. We're right there on a lot of plays, and we just got to come up and finish. And all honesty, we just got to come up and finish. We're right there, one step away, making plays on the ball, getting PBUs, but we just need to capitalize and get picks.
Don, as one of the more veteran guys on this team, you know how tough it's been for this team to play at Pitt, and the past couple times it's been up there. Do you view this week as sort of a get over the hump week to sort of not only start 4-0 for the first time in a while, but to win at Pitt for the first time in a while?
Of course, there's that hump, but at the same time, we just got to do our job and go out there and compete and play every week. It's a one-game season for us, and we're just going to go out, play hard, play physical, play fast.
Don, you had us busy in the offseason. You got in the portal for a couple of days, and you got out of the portal. Just what was going on there for you? Like, were you trying to? I mean, it would make sense. Were you trying to find a West Coast school since that's where you're from, and just what all went into getting in and then getting back out?
My thought process was going home in a way, but at the same time, this is my second home. I've been here for 4 years. I love the chemistry of the guys, just being around Said, Power, Gio, Bigger's been here my whole time. It felt right to just stay here and stay home.
Gio said you called him or texted him and said, I'm coming back, or you said something, he was like, what? Like you, I think, surprised him with the news or something. Do you remember that at all?
Yeah, I think before I made my decision, I got on the phone with Gio, and we were just talking it out, and I was just like, I think it's best I come home. He was excited, happy for me, and yeah.
Where do you feel like the biggest improvement defense has been this year? I know that Gene Chisholm talks about it, and Max talked about having better depth on defense and more guys playing and keeping guys fresh. Where do you feel like overall the biggest improvements?
I would say what you just said, basically getting more guys on the field. The D-line's fresh, they're all rolling, they got guys that can go, and then in the secondary we have guys like Stick Lane stepped up, played a lot last week. Will Hardy came in, played a lot, and being able to just rotate, I felt like in a way we're more fresh, we're able to play fast and get guys on the field.
Is it a different mindset in the defense?
Last year was a lot about the offense, and this year in our head, we're gonna do everything in our power to make sure we win games on defense.
Don, you guys last week only gave up 3 points in that second half. What kind of work to kind of limit what Minnesota was doing? Obviously only giving up 13 total. What work in that second half was really going to do?
If you look back, the sideline was just ecstatic the whole game. We're talking, we're communicating on the sideline what we see on the field. Next guy's going in the game, but he's already knowing from the past guy who was just in what they were doing, and we were able to play fast, and it was a great game plan that we put in, and everybody executed.
Along those lines, along those lines, you only gave up, I think 3 second half points to South Carolina, 3 second half points to Minnesota. Like, is there something that has happened in those games where you guys have sort of figured it out and get better as the game goes on, do you think? And you finish those games strong?
I would say we emphasize and practice on finishing. Fourth quarter is a big thing for us. Last year we didn't really finish how we wanted to at the end of the season, and all we've been talking about is finishing. And when you can see what's happening on the field and then come back and communicate it with the coaches, I feel like it's a big improvement from where we were last year. We were so focused on trying to figure out what the defense was instead of, oh, I know the defense, now I can just go out and play. I see this, I see that, and just communicate with the coaches.
Better overall, just understanding all around.
Yeah,
type deal.
for sure.
Don, one thing that Gene mentioned yesterday was that increased depth, right? It almost like becomes like this boost in morale with players because you have to be ready and you get that opportunity to go out there. Do you see what's it like when someone on the defense gets in for their few plays and does something? Do you see that on the sideline?
I mean, we're always happy for our teammates, you know what I mean? It's a hard game, 11 get to play at a time, so when everybody gets to play, everybody's making plays, you're just ecstatic. You're happy for the guy next to you, and we work so hard, and just seeing it pay off it's an amazing feeling.
There have been 5 sudden change situations for you guys defensively, the 4 interceptions and then the onside kick, and you've only given up 2 field goals. Why have you guys had a lot of success in those sudden change situations where this last year you didn't have nearly the kind of success?
We practice it a lot, different scenarios. We go over 1 minute every day, and it's just a mindset of it doesn't matter what happens, we're just going to go out and play the best we can and live with the results. You got to play physical, got to play fast, and we know in the red zone we can't let them score. It doesn't matter if they get the ball on the 2-yard line or if they get the ball on the negative 2-yard line. We just got to go out and play.
Gene said yesterday when I asked him about that, one of the things also the maturity of this team, the experience. You guys have a ton of dudes that have played a lot of football. You have a lot of college graduates on defense as well. When you're out there, do you get that sense that there's just a lot more knowledge and understanding of gravitas back there than there was a couple years ago? You played a lot of snaps a couple years ago too, but it's a difference now with some of the more older guys back there. Do you sense that?
Yeah, for sure. The communication is by far the best it's been since I've been here. Just seeing things, communication with the DBs, communication with the backers, knowing where they're going to be, they know where we're going to be, and just going out and everyone knows their job. Everybody knows what the next guy has, and just being around that is way better than it's been in my past 4 years.
I can add on that. Does it seem or feel, sense less stressed on defense than before because of that?
It's a lot less stressful, knowing that the guy's going to be in his gap and knowing where he's supposed to be, because it helps me do my job just like it helps him do his job. It's like an accountability thing, knowing that the guy is going to do what he's supposed to do right next to you.
This year's cornerback unit has a few new additions and also some guys that have like increased roles with Taylor and Marcus and then Huzzy and Chapman. What do you kind of think of the job they've done, and what kind of added element do they bring to that secondary?
I think they've done a great job with Huzzy, Tayon. Tayon's a young guy that really stepped up, and we're proud of like the progress he's made since last year. Armani also came in from Virginia Tech, and he's been balling when he gets his opportunity. So I feel like they came in and they stepped up. They've done everything we asked them to do, and they're going to continue to get better.
Yeah, and Elijah Huzzy was a guy that a lot of people brought up when he first got here, numerous times. When you kind of first saw him in practice, the way that he played, what were some of the things that stood out to you when you first saw him?
That boy go get the ball, like for sure. He makes plays on the ball, whether he's at Money or Penny or Star, wherever he's at. He's gonna go up and he's gonna make a play. He's gonna contest throws all the time. And one thing, he's kind of small, but he's physical, and he's gonna come up and make plays for sure. So.
Has there been a lot of talk among the older guys on the team, specifically the guys who played 2 years ago, about that last game at Pitt and how close you guys were to winning that game and how it all kind of turned around? Space Minister really is using that as motivation for this week.
I feel like we got a chip on our shoulder, and we just want to prove to everybody who we are. I think Coach Shiz has a great saying, reputation on the line, and your reputation on the line every week. We're going to go out and put our best foot forward every week, no matter who's out there.
Along those lines, like, I know it's 3 games into the year, but is there, talking about reputation on the line, do you feel like your group, your defensive group as a whole, just feels like there's something to prove this year after the way last year went and what some people said about you guys?
There's a lot to prove. every day. We're gonna go out and we're gonna compete every single day because as a man, you embrace the challenge, and we know it's a challenge playing defense on any level, and we just want to go out and put our best foot forward, like I've said. Yeah.
Don,
Last one for Don.
what did Cedric say to you guys on the sideline the other day during his speech, and how did the team respond?
Ced is big on talking before we go out, and he's just saying, like, we need to stop. Like, it's critical 5 coming out of the halftime, or it's we go out, we stop them right here, and we bend, don't break, so we go out and we play.
All right. Thanks, Don.
Thank you.
Thanks, Don.
Appreciate it, Don. Good stuff.
Thank you.